Hey, I am finally posting a video once again about, as the title says, something along the lines of me trying to fix my hair mishap by dyeing my hair blonde. And I'm wearing a hat right now. This looks unintentional. Like, I didn't throw on the hat and didn't record. I just had the hat on all day because it's really cold today. But I digress. That's not the main part. I just wanted to record this little segment before the video begins to let you know that I'm gonna have to do a voiceover for the majority, if not all of the video, because I was recording in the bathroom, right? And the fan was on. So you can't really hear much. So I'm like, you know what? I'll just do a voiceover. So I was actually wearing a microphone this entire video in hopes that, the sound would capture. But as we can tell by the voiceover, it didn't. But anyways, I haven't recorded lately because of storage space issues because I love me my photos. So I have thousands of photos in my gallery. But anyways, lately I deleted a few gigabytes and that's why I finally have the space to record, edit, and hopefully post this video at some point. But anyways, let me give you all the hair reveal, show you guys the issue. Look at the bald spot in the center. Notice the area of no blonde. Yeah. So if you're wondering why or how that happened, why that specific patch of hair, it's because I did 2 chemical processes on my hair in a short amount of time. First I bleached my hair blonde, and then 2 weeks after I used a texturizer, also on the blonde piece. And yeah, that's what happened. But I'm surprised I only lost her in that one spot and nowhere else that was also dyed blonde. Also, the texturizer, I had to have done it wrong because I wanted to get loose curl, more so Michael Jackson type of Jheri curl type of hair, and not something that looks almost relaxed hair. But I'm okay with how the hair looks now. It's been about 2 months since the incident, but during the first few weeks of when the bald spot was more noticeable and fresh, I had mixed reviews from people. Some people were telling me to cut it off, others were saying that it wasn't that bad. But I thought that overall it has gotten better because at one point I was really considering cutting everything off. I'm I haven't had texturizer or relaxer in such a long time, so I kind of want to see what's to be a relaxed girly again. Also, I didn't want to shave it because winter is coming and I wanted hair to keep me warm. And also because I don't want to go through the awkward hair length stage again. So I'm yeah, so for the first 2 weeks after the incident happened, I was just covering my hair with covering that bald spot with hair by doing a side part or even trying to do bangs. But then about 2 weeks after that, I stopped caring and I just did my usual 2 buns or 1 bun or whatever. But anyways, if you're wondering why I'm dyeing it, so just leaving it blonde, I'm dyeing it to make the contrast less sharp because I'm thinking if I continue to grow out my hair, the contrast will always be there, the part that's my super dark natural hair versus the blonde. So I'm okay, if I dye it a dark color, some kind of blue, purple, something like that, at least it'll be less obvious at first glance, Also, I don't know if you can tell, but at some point, a little more than a month ago at this point, a month and a half ago, I did indeed get a haircut. I got a front taper haircut from the barbershop, and it was kind of nice getting that male barbershop experience. But it was also kind of weird because, I was the only girl there. But, yeah, and, low-key, I've been messing with the front taper because it definitely did help make, my hair disaster, less bad in the beginning. So let me show you guys where I even am. I'm in the school bathroom, like I previously said, I think. But it's not even the gym bathroom. This is just a bathroom with a shower in the middle of campus. But yeah, I chose the one with the removable shower head so I can control the water because I don't want to take off all of my clothes. So yeah, these are my items. I have everything laid out, the hair dye, the the usual deep conditioner, leave-in conditioner, plastic cap, something to wash my hair with. I'm only washing the front part of my hair without color, not the whole head of hair. I just finished putting the hair dye in front of the big mirror, and luckily no one came in or out of the bathroom, and I'm hoping that I didn't miss a spot where the bleach and the normal hair meet because that has happened in the past. Anyways, what I'll do is put on a plastic hair cover and chill for about 25 minutes because I think the instructions say to do 15 minutes with heat, but I don't have heat. I'm just going to keep it in longer to compensate for that. I brought you guys to where the big mirror is and hopefully better lighting, but it also is the public area, where the sink is, so literally anyone can come in. But I was just pointing out the features go the sink, the mirror, the room that I was previously in. But anyways, yeah, I'm just gonna put on the plastic hair cover. I was just double checking that I didn't miss any spots because like I said, that has happened in the past. I'm just double, triple checking. Let me flip the camera and show you guys where I am, but I will say that my camera keeps going in and out of focus, and that did indeed bother me. But I'll just show you guys where I was and how anyone could literally come in and how I'm just a public bathroom. But luckily, like I said, no one came in. And that's the room with the shower, aka where I have like basically all of my items. Also, there aren't any paper towels here because this one feels near advanced bathrooms that only have air dryers. So I have to dry my hair using a bandana, the purple bandana that I had on in the beginning, and also toilet paper. But yeah, I managed because it wasn't like my whole head of hair. I just locked myself back into my humble abode, the bathroom area with the shower, and I'm just showing you guys like once again my items, like my setup, stuff like that. But like while the dye sits in my hair, I'm gonna clean up if possible. Here, I was showing how I had to stand with my feet wide apart so that way I could wash my hair without getting my shoes wet or anything. Here's the hair reveal. My hair is still wet, and I'm gonna do a deep conditioner. Here's the final hair reveal. I think that turned out pretty well. I accomplished my goal of, kind of making the bald spot, like the area with less hair, less noticeable now.